An all-white jury finds former Fort Worth police officer Aaron Dean guilty of manslaughter in the death of Atatiana Jefferson. I must say that I am shocked because I did not think that this jury would come up with this type of verdict, even if it is manslaughter, because of the history of the goings-ons in Fort Worth, Texas. This is the first time a police officer has been found guilty of manslaughter on the duty in Tarrant County. So you have some people that are happy about it. I'm happy about it as well, because you can see that the tide is turning, hopefully. I mean, I hope that's what it is. Also, it could mean that the world is getting tired of mess-ups, and I'm putting it nicely. People that's always messing up, bringing a bad eye on everyone else. So if you want to goof up, the world has no room for you, especially if you're going to be a police officer. I'm like everyone else. I think it should have been murder because Aaron Dean gave Atatiana Jefferson less than a second to comply with his demands. It's like, put your hands up, boom. And he lied. He said she had her hands up, when according to the evidence, she only had glass in her face that came from when he shot through the window. If she would have had her hands up, she would have had glass on her hands as well, is what they concluded. And also, the guy's making jokes on the stand. I should have stayed home that night. He showed absolutely no remorse. And I might add, according to what the prosecutor was saying, is that he put his fellow officer's life in danger as well by not informing her that there was a gun in the house. They're trying to make it look like this woman was some type of criminal, when it was a welfare check call, not a check about a burglary or anything, but a welfare check. And they did the best they could to make the woman look like a criminal, a lowlife. Talk about how junky her house was. Anyone that has kids, especially an 8-year-old, know how quickly a house can become junky looking. But it has nothing to do with what happened, how he snuck around. Why didn't he knock on the door to see if anyone there? I mean, the person might could have been laid out or whatever. He just never knew. But what he did was took this opportunity to kill a black person because of the area. I have relatives that live in Fort Worth. Fort Worth is kind of rough, old cow town. It gets kind of rowdy on this side of town. And so I guess they want to handle everybody like they're rowdy. So they work that particular area because they like the action. They like beating up on people. That's what you're doing. Did they ever look into this officer's past to see how many black people he arrested, opposed to how many white people he has arrested? I'm quite sure that that's going to come out eventually. I was shocked when they put Atatiana's nephew on the stand and tried to make him out to be some type of liar when the kid was 8 years old. Now, that's actually a kid. Now, I have to say, when white people do things that are 30 years old, they want to call them kids. But this is actually a kid. And he witnessed his aunt being murdered when he was only 8 years old. The kid wasn't lying. Sometimes you do forget things, and it takes time of reliving this horrible incident to remember the things that you have forgotten. So this cop is facing only 10 to 20. And like I'm saying, this is still Texas. He might get to 10. Might try to give him less than that if they can. But they're going to give him the less amount they can. They're not going to throw the book at him like they should. But I'm hoping that this is a message to all bad cops that racism will not be tolerated. There was some black female activist there, and she jumps up and yells, "All black female lives matter. Black female lives matter. Enough of the separate talk, because all black people suffer doing this, male and female. And we will not stand for this divide and conquer tactics from you groups as well amongst my people. Because what it is that all black American lives, that's what matters."